Good morning. The comments we've gotten on our last few vlogs since we've been here at Crossing Creek RV Resort and Spa have been people going like, when are you going to do a tour? When are you going to do a tour? When are you going to do a tour? So this week, Cindy and I have been doing a lot of stuff dealing with Christmas and making arrangements to go see the kids that we haven't put together a lot of vlog content. And so today I thought for this week's vlog, we'll do a tour of Crossing Creek RV Resort and Spa. Now, Cindy and I last year bought us a permanent lot here, and you can still get lots in the $70,000 range. The new ones are a little more, but I know of two here that are for sale in the $70,000 range, so they are available. So before I go show you all the amenities, I'm going to start with, just since we're up front, I'm going to show you the trash area. It's very nice. And then we're going to do a ride through the park, and then I'll take you to each different area and show you the amenities. So we'll start here in the trash area. So they have a very large household waste dumpster. You put it in that door right there. It is a trash compactor, so they can get tons of stuff in there. They also recycle boxes, so cardboard only. So landscape items and bulk items, large items, cannot be left here for pickup. You have to take them to the city dump, or once a month they have a truck here you can throw your landscape items in and they'll be disposed of. So one thing I like about the park is that it's gated. Now, I've got a receiver on the front of my Jeep, so the gate's already opened. So if you are not a guest here, there's a keypad here, and you can look up the members in the telephone system and ring them directly. You see the arms that are lit up on either side. It did open automatically when I turned into the neighborhood. And then as you enter, you go over this little bridge that is over this cute little river. It is Christmas time. I'm not sure when you're watching this, but it is Christmas time, so you will see some Christmas decorations. Let's take a ride around the park. Now you can see over there, those are the riverfront cabins. All the lots here are owned individually, and then they can be rented out. I think it's a 60-40 split. This is the information center. When you pull in, if you have a reservation for somebody that has rented their lot, you can go there. See, there's a nice little waterfall over there. Pool areas over there. There's 2 swimming pools and a hot tub. I'll take you over there. As you can see, a lot of people have cabins and pavilions and that sort of stuff set up on their lots. Right there is the clubhouse. More campers across. Now, we haven't done anything to our lot yet. We have ordered a shed, and I'll show you all that when it comes in. As you can see over the top of the campers, there's beautiful mountain views here. We have been here this day for 3 weeks. And this is going to be our winter home. It is a little chilly. It's got 1 tennis court and 2 pickleball courts right here. I'll show you those. This is the brand new section that they just developed. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I'm told the lots here start at 100 grand. And that's for your concrete, your pedestal, your water, and all of that. They're building a pavilion with a fireplace. So on the lot, you're allowed to have up to a 10x16 storage shed. That's like the one I've ordered right there. And you can see right through there's a couple pavilions. You can get a 10x16 pavilion on your site also. There are ponds here for fishing. They do have every so often these dog stations set up, so when you're walking your dog. And you can see the new section right here being built around this pond right here. Now see, they've got a lot of room on this site. They've got a nice barn, they've got a nice pavilion, they've got a huge Jayco Pinnacle camper on it, and then they're right next to a lot that has a very nice tiny home. Not all the lots here are deeded for tiny homes. Ours are. And I like this right here. You're also allowed to build a pavilion with a sky deck on it, which I think is absolutely wonderful. Just beyond the tennis courts, you've got 2 dog parks right there. Here's another sky deck. So this lot here is a friend of ours that actually introduced us to the campground. They've done a beautiful job with theirs. People put outdoor kitchens in them and that sort of stuff. I really like the sky decks. And a lot of these lots are big enough to put a tiny home on and your motor home. They've got a beautiful Tiffin Beacon or Van Lay with a shed in the back and a sky deck. Back in the older section here, these are really well landscaped. People have been here for 8-9 years. They've done a beautiful job. I love this place here. It says Happy Place above the front door. It is a nice, beautiful, tiny home. It's got a pavilion. It's got a large outbuilding, and there's plenty of room for parking behind. Love the pavilions with the fireplaces. This has got a fireplace, a full bar. People really go all out with their setups here. At the very end of the video, I will show you our spot. Here's one with a tiny home on it. Let me back up. It's a tiny home, a pavilion. I do not think they have an outbuilding on it, but they've got enough room. They park a full-size Allegro bus, I believe, here on this site with their house. So a lot of people use this as a place to take a respite when they're traveling full-time on the road, and that's kind of what we're using it for. Love this cabin right here. It's got a full sun deck on the roof. A lot of room on these sites. Here's one with a Allegro bus on it. It's got a pavilion with a sky deck, a beautiful big yard, and a shed that's air conditioned and heated. I am told when they finish the complex, there's going to be approximately 400 sites here. People have asked about HOA fees. There is an HOA fee here that's paid quarterly. And I think currently the check I just wrote was for $849. There's a lot to keep up here, and I will show it all to you. A lot of grass to cut. They cut the lots too. I know, like the campground we manage in New Jersey, if you have a leased lot, a seasonal lot, you're responsible for your own maintenance. Here, there is a maintenance crew that comes in every 2 weeks and cuts the grass, all grass. So I thought I would show you an example of a lot that is for sale. I know that this one just came on the market for $79,900. This is a huge lot right here. You see there's a big fifth wheel on it. There's room to put a vehicle. There's enough room for a pavilion and a shed. And my buddy Dave has put this one up because he owns the one next door also for $79,900. So it is possible to still get in the park for under $80,000. And here's Dave right here. And Dave says to send me a message if you want to buy his lot, and yes, I will get him in contact with you. But it's fully landscaped and ready to go for you to make your personal touches. There is a beautiful fountain as you come in. As you can see, it's chilly in December here. It was 19 degrees last night. It's 42 right now, I think. And we're gonna go over to the clubhouse. We'll start there and we'll do the amenity section in this part of the park on foot, and then we'll go up to the tennis courts and the dog park and all that and take a look at that. So as you can see, here's the clubhouse, and the building right through there, that is the welcome center I showed you when you first came in. Let's get a parking spot and take a look. I love all the log cabin feels. And that over there is the spa and fitness center. We'll go over there too. So one feature that we liked, because it was raining the other day, is they have a covered carport out here that when you pull in, if it's raining, I can drop Cindy here, she can go in, and then I can park. Everything is locked, and you use your personal access codes to get in the buildings. So it's a little dark in here because the lights are off. They've got this set up for the Christmas dinner, but this is a huge, huge clubhouse. Let's see if these light switches help me any. Helps me down here. So they have a bunch of puzzles and games. If you want to come down here and work on a puzzle or game, you just use one of the tables. They have a very fancy chess set here with stools. Christmas tree's only up at Christmas. They have a lovely seating area here that you can hang out and talk to your friends, get a good fire going. There's a huge elk over the fireplace. And then over here in this corner, they've got a full bar. Now there was a group of people up here the other night that was having like a little wine party, and they were sitting up here serving themselves some wine and having a good old time. They do have a billiards table here that is kept up nice. They have ping pong. And I'm not sure what this is called. I think it's like indoor shuffleboard. That gets used a good bit. And then they do have a group here that are all the theater kids from when we were in high school and college. And they have a stage up here and a movie screen to play movies. We'll show you, this place has so many bathrooms, it's unbelievable. Let me grab a light here. So it has a very nice bathroom. Here's how you get up to the stage. To be or not to be? That is the question. Oh, I've never even noticed this before. Up here on the stage, they have a dartboard, and I don't know how to tell if Barb or Bob lost the tournament. So this is where you came in. When you come in, there's a full-size kitchen that you can sign up to use. There was a lady that does all her canning in here. Got baking racks. There's a full-size refrigerator. that I guess you have to get keys for. Coffee station, dish sink that can be used by the campground. We come up here from time to time and get ice. Sinks, microwaves, freezer. There was a lady in here the other night that she was telling me that she goes to the farmer's market and gets all the vegetables, and she will come up here and do her canning, and she'll spend the day up here in the kitchen canning. But what a nice commercial kitchen. So when you exit the back of the clubhouse, you go out into the courtyard. Very nice deck out here with rocking chairs. You can enjoy the evening out here, listening to music or whatnot. As you come into the courtyard, they have chess and checker set right here. They're kind of big. And then over here is a place to picnic, hang out with your friends. If you're spending the day at the pool and you and the kiddos want to have some lunch, that's the back of the Welcome Center. They've got tables and chairs out here. And a beautiful little water feature. Let's go into the pool area. So I am told the pools are heated until October or November. They currently are not heated. Pool number 1 right here is handicap accessible. It's got a lift on it and a very large entrance area here with good railings. There are no seating around this pool. I'm told because it is handicap pool, they want to make sure there's enough room for wheelchairs and stuff to be able to move around. Pool number 2 is a saltwater pool. The other is chlorine. It's got lots of chairs for laying out in the sun. Pool is absolutely beautiful. Another water feature over here by the pool. Surprised they're not koi fish in them. Very nice pool furniture. And then at the back of the pool, Cindy and I are in this every night. It was 19 degrees 2 nights ago. We came down here and got in the hot tub. And it has an automatic switch right over there. You can do 5 minutes all the way up to 1 hour, and it will do the bubbles. And then this is the main bathhouse for the campground. We'll go in the men's room. No one's in here because the lights were down. It's absolutely huge. They have bathroom stalls. Everything is spotless. They have huge walk-in showers. And then the women's room is the same as this, just reversed, and no urinal. So off of the pool deck, if you come around this beautiful landscaping and past the spa and fitness center, follow the yellow brick road, except for they're not yellow. There's an outside shower right here. And then there's a huge outdoor stage. I'm not really sure what it's used for. I know they've got multiple fire pits. There's one there, another one here, trash cans, more outdoor seating, umbrellas. It's just a beautiful, beautiful area. And if you notice, everything is very well maintained, and there's a lot to maintain. Let's go into the spa and fitness area. So again, there's the hot tub, there's the bathhouse. Here is your spa and fitness area. Again, it is secured, and you just put in your code to get in the door. So here's the inside of the spa and fitness areas. TV up there. Cindy and I use these 3 or 4 times a week. Treadmills, bike. I think these are ellipticals. Big fan for if you get hot. Free weights, benches, yoga ball, medicine balls, mats if you want to do your lunges and stuff. You've got a Cybrix all-in-one facility right here. Cindy uses this stupid thing. I don't know what it is. It just shakes her bottom when she stands on it. They've got weight bands there, another bike. So we'll come in here and work out for a half hour, 45 minutes, and then we go through this door, and there's more bathrooms in here. They're unisex, nice size shower. Come in here and take a shower, whatnot. There's 2 of these, and then we go in the steam room. Very high quality steam room here. And we will sit in there for 15 minutes normally. We have not done the sauna yet, but they have a sauna also. And they have a little sitting area out here if you're waiting on someone. And then you can move up this ramp and into this area. There's another full-size bathroom here with a huge shower with a rain head and normal head, toilet. Then they have massage rooms. And then that is extra November special, 60 minutes relaxation and foot detox bath for $100. They have people that come in, and I think there's 2 of them, and do spas. And then you can also use this. There's people that play cards up here almost every night in this little room. They bring their wine up here. They'll put it in the refrigerator. Got some counter space if you want to have cheese and crackers. And then behind this is another little intimate area where small groups can gather. Right here is another area. Got a small bar and a TV. You can come up here if you just want to hang out with some friends. And then in here they have 2 massage chairs that I've used these before, the TV and a small take one, leave one library. Over here is another seating area with a fireplace, and yes, you guessed it, another full-size bathroom. So this is your workout relaxation area. Let's go on to the next building. On the back side of the bathrooms, again, there are the pools. On the back side of the bathrooms is a full laundry. This is also where the maintenance people keep their equipment. We'll go in the laundry. Let me use my code. So once you enter the laundry, one machine is out for service, but there's a TV in here, some seating, a folding table, got an extra large commercial dryer for $8. The washing machines are $3.25 and the regular dryer are $3. So you've got two washing machines, I'm sorry, you got one washing machine and 3 dryers on this side. And then over here you've got another commercial washer. This one has been taken out for repairs. And then you have another washer dryer combo. And they just got this express wash. Evidently they have not finished setting it up yet, but it's going to be for like all of your linens and that sort of stuff. And then next to the laundry, again, here's your pool area, is what I call the craft building, and this is where the general manager of the campground's office is. And we'll go in there and take a look. Again, this has the locks on it. As you come in the side door, there's a half bath there. There's another kitchen area and intimate seating area if you want to get a small group together to play cards or whatnot, and you can have your wine. This area is a sign out only area, so you have to make sure that no one has it scheduled. You need to call the office. They have a craft room over here with sewing machines and sewing and craft supplies. Upstairs, we don't know what's up there. We're not allowed. One day I'm going to sneak up there when Kathy, the manager's not here, but don't tell anybody. Now we're going to go over to the memorial park that's here inside the campground. And we are not going to go in the welcome center. We'll go in the mail center, but evidently they are having a sales meeting in there. And so I just talked to the manager, and she said that just to maybe mention it, and when you come and take your tour to buy a lot here, you can see the inside of that. So this is the Armed Forces Memorial Park, and they even have the Space Force up there. The sun is wicked high today, but they've got some nice little benches out here, a place to sit and enjoy yourself. Again, there's the clubhouse and the pools. And then on the back side of the very first water feature I showed you, there's another water feature. It's nice to sit out here in the evening, drink a glass of wine, talk to a few of your neighbors. We'll cut back through the clubhouse and get the car and go up to the tennis court. We will head over to the tennis courts, pickleball court, and dog parks. One question I do get asked a lot is this a 55 and over community? It is not. Our neighbors have children, and they are lawyers from Atlanta. So there is not a playground here. They do not discourage children, but most of the people that are here are, my wife and I are 60, or our age. So as you come in, you got your pickleball, tennis court. We'll go out there in a second. You've got 2 separate dog parks. You have a nice little area right here for a picnic and a double-sided swing. You can sit out here, have a picnic, enjoy a view of the mountains, watch your dogs, watch your friends as they play shuffleboard. Very nice boards. They're nicer than the ones we have in the campground we manage. And here's your shuffleboard equipment. Let's walk into the tennis pickleball courts. So you have 2 pickleball courts, one here, and then I've never played. Cindy and I have talked about getting some pickleball stuff and coming out here and playing a little bit. 2 very nice pickleball courts. And then you have a full-size tennis court, and it would appear that laid inside the tennis court there are like rollaway nets over there. You can set the net up here, and you can convert this 1 tennis court into 2 pickleball courts. And if you look up, it is lit at night if you want to play after hours. So the dog parks have a central area. There's also potable water and a cleanup station for your dog. But you bring them in here, and then it opens up to the 2 parks. So that way the dogs kind of have a double gate to get in. And the dog parks are very nice size. I'm not sure I'd want to have one of these new sites right beyond the dog park. But I love this setup here. So they've put in a nice size shed, a nice size pavilion, tons of room on their site. This is what we would like to do to our site. Do not know if I'm going to be able to afford the sky deck, but they have a nice size pavilion. They have a very nice size shed. And then on top of their pavilion, they have a sky deck. They've got a 44-foot fifth wheel on it, and they've still got plenty of room. They've even got a fire pits area set up behind the pavilion. There's no limit to what you can do here. Now we're going to drive up to our site, let you see kind of like what we've got, and I'll explain to you what the plans are. Now, I've explained those plans on another video, but oh, I didn't put my seatbelt on. But I thought I would share it with this video also. So here's our site right here. As you can see, we have a community sidewalk that comes right up connecting the roads. So it gives us a bigger buffer between our neighbor on the door side. But these stakes, you can see I just got my property surveyed. Currently, I've got a nice little sitting area right here next to the camper. I have a picnic table back in the back. We just had to get a new microwave convection oven. Got to take that to the landfill today. Got a cooking area here. And you can see here on the back, my lot in the rear is angled. And then our neighbor did not quite use the 5-foot mark, but you're supposed to be 5 feet off your property line. You can see mine runs right up through there. Our neighbors have a beautiful pavilion, storage building, and like a 40-foot fifth wheel. But what we plan on doing with our lot is I'm going to concrete from our stanchion right here all the way over to a foot off of our property line, all the way to the road, and I'm going to move our address marker over to that little foot section. And then all this will be concreted, and I will move the camper over about 6.5 feet, which will give us a lot more room on the other side. This area right in here, we have ordered a gray 10 by 16 shed, and I will show you the shed that we ordered because our rear neighbor has that same shed. So this is the shed I've ordered. The only difference is I put a double door on the front so that We have a little more loft space up top. It's going to be taller. The double store, in case we ever get a golf cart, we'll be able to drive the golf cart in there when we're not here. That's going to go in this corner of the lot. And then from here, from about right in here over, I'm going to come over 3.5 feet over, and I'm going to concrete all the way to the road. And then in this section right in here, so you can walk directly out of the camper onto this section, is where I want to put my pavilion, hopefully with the sky deck. And we're going with that same color pavilion right there across the street, which is the same color as the shed right there. And we'll concrete this in, and that'll give us extra parking up front. And we'll be able to put a 16-foot by 10-foot shed and have plenty of room to maneuver. We are very excited about this purchase. Let me know if you'd like for me to do a video on the pros and cons of owning your own RV lot. The only con that I have right now is the HOA fee, but as you've seen by the number of amenities, there's a lot of maintenance that has to be done. And as you can see over there, we have a beautiful view of the mountain range from our spot. These two spots next to us are owned by the campground. They're for work campers. They do have work campers here. They're never going to put sheds. They're never going to put pavilions. So our view will not be blocked as long as they own them. So I hope you enjoyed this different kind of vlog that I did today and gave you a tour of the campground that we just recently bought a lot at. If you have any information or questions about the campground or any more information you need, just put it in the comments section below. Cindy and I read and answer every comment so far. So thank you for joining us today on this vlog, and let me know what you think about our decision to buy a permanent spot in a luxury campground. We will not be here all year. We're leaving in February to go back up to New Jersey to the campground that we run. We're also thinking about doing a side trip to Alabama and maybe to Florida. So there's lots of travel ahead for us, but it's nice to have a place that you own that you can land if you need it. Until next time, again, thank you for watching today. Here's Mr. Franklin. I thought we would catch Cindy here at her workstation working. Miss Puma's in her mouse house. There's Sir Chancelot. Cindy's getting dressed for the day. Again, thanks for watching.